What's up, guys? Happy New Year. It's Charlie with MountainMan Digital, back again. And what I'm going to cover today is how to actually make a marketing plan for your business in 2022. 2022. Oh my God. You know, when I was like 14 years old, I was like, oh man, when it's 2020, that'll be so far away. You know, and here we are. I'm sure we've all done that. But it is crazy to think how we have made it into the 2020s. Blows my mind a little bit. But got this new pen writing system. So let's see if I can actually use it to help you guys better understand how to actually make a marketing plan. Okay? So the very first thing that you need to do if you want to actually market your business, okay, is have some type of raw framework for a business plan first. Now, I will tell you from the bottom of my heart that when I started this company, this web development company, I had no mission, I had no vision, I had no values, I had none of that fancy stuff. I had a phone and the internet, and I would Google people's phone numbers with bad websites and I would cold call them, right? And I'll tell you that by hook or by crook, right, if you have the drive, you can make money, right, and have something that looks like a business. But it's really not until you make a business plan, oh boy, well, we'll see how this works, that you'll really start to fully understand what you as a business owner need to do, okay? It's really one of the most important things to do, way beyond the scope of this video, but as kind of like a little side note to that, right, you want to make sure that you have your mission, your vision, and your values written out, okay? And so for my company, for MountainMan Digital, our mission, okay, is to help one more family in the Philippines start to achieve their dreams in 2022, whatever that might be. And the place where I got the idea for that mission from is I've employed Catherine, my now project manager, since 2015, I believe. She was my first employee. I actually hired her when I still had a day job and basically used my salary to pay her as I built my web development business. And our mission in 2022 is to hire another Filipino and help that person achieve whatever their dreams might be. For those of you who don't know, Catherine and her family has recently moved to Canada. She's getting a college education that we're helping her pay for. All good stuff. And like, I want to do more of that. I want to help facilitate more Filipinos get out of the developing world and come into the developed world here with us. So, that's our mission, okay, for this year. My vision is to have MountainMan Digital have a fully fleshed out, oh my goodness, promotional track so that we can help way, way more people do this type of stuff. And our value statement, I actually have, you guys should still be able to see everything, yeah, right here on my desktop, which is a whole bunch of different values. So I won't go through those, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different values. Just for the headlines here, tell the truth. SEO, helps people first, search engine optimization. Help our customers win by any means necessary. Think like a new customer of our client's business. Think like an owner. Be client obsessed. Have long-term thinking. Question everything. And have thoughts for major innovation. So those are my values. Okay? Now, I would say for you, if you're like a roofer, right? If you're a contractor, if you're a dentist, if you're a doctor, right? You don't have to have these crazy, high, lofty mission, vision, and values, right? It can be as simple as help 100 homeowners in my area not have leaky roofs in 2022, right? And the vision can be become the most trusted roof repair company in the county, right? And then your values will be the things that will be foundational to making those items happen, okay? And if you're starting to think about this and you're starting to get some ideas in your head, you're probably going like, oh, this will like write the marketing material for me, okay? So you see how that can work? So that's number one, okay? So now, let's go to number 2. Oh my God, that's funny. I'm on the wrong page. Hold on a sec, y'all. There we go. Now for number 2, okay, start with the end result. End result. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Well, so this is where the mission, vision, and values come in, right? My mission for this year is to help another Filipino come out of the developing world and into the developed world. So what does that end result look like for me? I already know, right? I need to hire another person, and I need to help them increase in life, right? That's my end result. That's my goal, okay? Now, because of that, I need more clients, I need more business, etc. And my vision and values will help me write that marketing system around it, right? Realistically, I need to kind of like increase my business by about 30% this year to really make this happen effectively. And I think I can totally do that, all right? For you, right, dentist, doctor, roofer, landscaper, whatever it might be, your end result could be similar, right? Have enough money to hire my good buddy, right? That's perfectly fine. This isn't going to be like your marketing message. Like, you know, this is Greg. He's my friend. He's bad at stuff, but I want to hire him, so let me mow lawns. Like, no. But it's important to have that in mind so that you can back into what you need to do for marketing, right? Do you need to buy an ad at the Super Bowl to hire your buddy Greg to help you mow lawns? Probably not. So that's number 2. Figure out your end result. So for me, it's hire 1 employee, right? And then, as I said, 30% increase, which for me basically means, I think last year I did 20 websites, so this year I want to do like 30, okay? 30 websites, that's 3 websites a month, right? So now how am I going to get those 3 websites a month? And it's going to be the same kind of dead reckoning math for you, right? Last year I did 50 roofs, right? To really hire Greg and like pay him enough money so his wife can leave work or whatever it might be. You know, whatever your end result goal is, work your way backwards. Okay, well, I make this much profit on a roof on average, so like if we can just close 10 more, we're there. Or if I can teach Greg to close 10 more for me, we're there, right? You gotta think your way through that to figure out what you need. Okay? Now, a lot of guys don't start with this stuff right here. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor. You can see this one. A lot of people don't start with this stuff right here, but it's, in my humble opinion, you're just snatching ideas out of the air and hoping that they work with marketing without starting here. Okay? So after all of this, right, the next thing you want to do is draw from your mission, vision, and values and see what you're going to use to market the business. Okay? So for me, see, can I can do this. Does that work? Oh, it totally works. I love it. Okay, so for me, well, now we'll call this marketing plan. Roland. Marketing plan, right? And now we're going to create ourselves some major bullet points, right? Number 1, we'll call this the goal, right? And this, for me, is going to be 30 websites. Okay? Right? So I'm going to call that 3 a month. Okay? Now, for you folks in the service industry, doctors, dentists, roofers, landscapers, etc., you probably have some idea of your closing rate. Right? So when you imagine your prime product, a new roof, 10, 15 grand, a healthcare package, $4,000 or $5,000 for a chiropractor. Bridge replacement, $2-3 grand for a dentist, whatever it might be, right? You have an idea in your head of like, all right, well, if 3 Joes come in and I get to pitch them this product, how many do you sell on average, right? Now for me, I do about 1 out of 3 closing. I'm going to rewrite closing. That looks terrible. Let's try that again. C-L-O-S-E-D. Right? So for every 3 people I really get to talk to about websites, usually one of them signs up with me. Okay? So what that tells me, right, with this simple math, 3, let's make it an X, times 3 equals 9. Okay? This is how many people... Oh my god. Guys, it's harder than it seems. 9. 9 is how many people I need to talk to per month so that I get as many new clients as I want to reach my goal. Okay? So now we know how many people we need to talk to, right? Remember like a minute ago when I was like, do you need an ad on the Super Bowl to make this happen? I don't think so, right? I will end up talking to more than 9 people if I put an ad on the Super Bowl, right? I'll probably have to hire a sales team. So this is very important. Now let's go ahead and do number 2, okay? How to get 9 people. How to get leads. Okay, and this is where the brainstorming finally comes in. We have an idea of our volume, right? I need 9 or 10 people to talk to per month. You know, realistically, I'd love to have 9 or 10 people to talk to per week, to be honest, because then not only could I hire one new person to develop these sites, but I could hire a salesperson as well. Okay, and that's another one of my micro goals that we won't talk about right here. But let's work with the number of 9. Let's stick to the basics, okay? So what are some ways that you could get 9 leads per month, okay? Now, I'll tell you right now, one easy way is SEO, okay? Because if you only need 9 people to talk to you on the phone, a person who clicks on your website from the front page of Google and lands there, got about a 1 out of 3 chance of calling you, right? And that becomes a lead, right? So once again, just knowing these dead reckoning numbers, I can go 9 times 3. We only need 27 site hits a month to get you these 9 monthly calls. Okay? So like one of the things that I know I'm going to do is writing. Okay? I didn't do a ton of it last year, and that was to my detriment. So I'm going to write blog posts. Okay? Because I know that those will help. All right? What else can I do? Let's go over here to here. Another thing that you can definitely do for something like this will be paid ads. Right? This is another thing that you can add in, right? And then I would call or contact people to figure out their CPL, or cost per. I just love making R's instead of P's. Per lead. Okay? And, you know, you're going to get numbers depending upon your industry here. And these can be, you know, I've seen 50 cents. I've seen $50. I've seen $500. Okay? Like, I'll tell you, in my world, paying $500, that could very well be the cost for a single lead with paid ads. Right? And this is why I always say that SEO is a great place to start. Because let's say you write your own blog posts. Let's say you get your website optimized. Right? Let's say you get everything set up. Then this whole shooting match right here, right, for annual cost for 12 entire months, okay? I'll tell you exactly what it's going to cost. $6,000. Okay? 27. Oh Oh my goodness. I want you... Come here. 27 times 12. I can't do that one in my head, guys. I'm embarrassed to say. 324 leads per year. Right? Now let's divide that by 6,000. Cost per lead, $18. Okay? Now, if you're in the 50 cent a lead category, that's too expensive. However, you have to remember, right, included in this $6,000 up here is your brand new built website, right? This is like I'm spending every cent I need to go from no website at all to Cadillac. So the next year, right, it's about $1,000 a year, right? So year 2, it's $1,000 and the same number of leads, if not more, right? So the cost per lead, year 2, is like $3.24, okay? And this is the cool thing about organic marketing, okay? About any type of marketing where you're putting out stuff in a generally free environment and folks are coming to you, is that the cost per lead continues to drop like a stone year over year, month over month, okay? And that's why I think a base of SEO is also very important, because the barrier to entry is relatively low, especially for local businesses. All right? So then you can get into paid ads. Now let's take a look at another avenue, okay? Let's say we do like door-to-door, right? And I know that for like a lot of roofers and stuff, this can work really well. And even though we're down into, you know, non-technical stuff, let's call it, although like texting, setting appointments, etc. are all still very much a part of this, you're still going to have the same thing, right? Where it's like your conversion rate, right? How many doors, right? So like door, not a B, door to lead, right? Is it 10 to 1? Is it 100 to 1? Let's say it's 10 to 1, right? You knock on 10 doors, one person's interested. And then what's your conversion? Right? Let's say it's 10 to 1, right? So you have to get 100 door knocks to get this, right? And now with this, of course, you have the problem that it doesn't scale. Whoop. So like, as opposed to here, where this can scale infinitely, right? This is just probably for 1, 2, maybe 3 keywords in your local area. Let's expand to another area. Let's rank for more keywords in your area. Let's add a service. Let's start adding more content, right? You can make this number get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger for just small injections of time and money. Whereas, ooh, that's an interesting feature. Didn't know that was a thing. Whereas down here, doing knocking door to door, right, you run out of time. There's only so many doors you can knock on before the sun goes down, even in the summer. So this is the place where, like, can you knock on 100 doors a day? Or is it more like 100 a week? You know, so it's like 100 a week, 1 close, 10K, right? And that's a great day job for a commission sales guy, right? He brings home 2 or 3 grand to this. Your guys keep working. He keeps knocking doors, right? Everybody wins. And that's why you still see this in the roofing industry so much, right? And they just keep adding sales guys, adding sales guys, adding sales guys. But what if you just cut through the noise of those 99 people that really don't care, and you just got the leads off the website? Okay? And, you know, for a lot of you guys, keep adding the door-to-doors. You can't beat it. You know, this makes a lot of sense, right? And maybe you complement it with a paid ads thing. Maybe you complement it with a letter bombing. You know, I don't know. This isn't my specialty. But when you realize these numbers, right, and you write them down, and then you think about them for a minute, you can go, where do I prioritize my money and my time? Right? The answer's different for everybody, right? Maybe you just inherited $1 million. You really want to blow up the business. You look at paid ads, right? You're just going to throw gas on the fire until it blows up. And that's great, right? Maybe you have 5 friends who just lost their jobs at a real estate office or something, and they're stone killers. And they can get this number down to 50 to 1, right? Your closing rate doubles. Maybe you already have a great website and you realize you just need to make some different content. There's a lot of different ways this can go, but you have to take a look at all the ways that you as a company can functionally get leads, right? Write them all down, right? Did the newspaper company send you an ad, right? Explore that, But don't spend too much time on things that you think don't make sense, right? You got to go with your gut too. But write them all down. Look at how the dead reckoning for closing rate and everything else looks, and then figure out where your limited resources need to go. So, hope you guys found this useful. If you did, give it a like, share it around with anybody else that you think might find it useful, and I'll catch you in the next one.